Welcome! Today I'm going to show you the timing chain tensioner. This is inside your scooter and I will show you why. Well, today we're going to talk about the tensioner right here. This one is a timing chain tensioner. There is a chain that goes from the top side of your motor to the bottom side of your motor and goes around. The thing is, like, this one keeps pressure on a rail that is on top of your chain and kind of push down. So this one, what it's going to do is going to make sure that your chain is not going to skip right on the top. If it's going to skip, you're going to lose the timing. So this one will make sure that the timing is right at all time and it's not going to skip any time in your chain. So it's very important. This one is located right here, right in top of your motor, on the top end side of your motor. Now, if you like to remove it, this one is really easy, okay? And you want to adjust it. Why you really want to remove it? Because if you really want to remove the whole top part of the hand right here of your scooter or the motor, it's better if you remove this one, because you will release your chain. It will give a little more space to the chain, so you can remove your sprocket right here, the camshaft. You can remove that one, so releasing a little more tension on the chain will help you to remove other things that are inside the motor, okay? So right up here on the top side of your motor, there is a tensioner right here, okay? I'm going to show you how to remove it. Okay, your timing chain tensioner is located on the top side of your motor. First, unscrew this large screw right here that you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Make sure that you're using a Phillips screwdriver that does not have any point, okay, that is kind of large, because the problem that these screws right here, they really strip very easily, okay? So they're really soft metal. Now, after you remove this one, you can remove the old tensioner right here. You're going to need an 8mm socket to remove the tensioner, and you turn left, okay? Now be careful, because in the center part you have a little O-ring made of rubber that will keep the oil from coming out, okay? It's gonna keep the oil sealed inside there, okay? Now right here we have the tensioner coming out. The tensioner right here has a center right here. This one has got an O-ring seal that is going to keep the oil inside. Now the center part of this tensioner is kind of like a screw, okay? And for that you're going to need a flat screwdriver, okay? Now this one, this part right here, is going to put pressure on a rail that is inside your motor, and is going to put pressure on the chain that is inside your motor. Now, to release this one, to make this one shorter and release the pressure, you just have to put the screw, like a baby screw right here. This one is a very small screw, and that is a flat screwdriver, and you're going to turn this one right, clockwise, okay? So if you see turning this one clockwise, it's going to retract this one, the lower part of the tensioner, back, so it's going to be a lot shorter. Now this one, what it does, it put pressure on the chain, okay? So by turning right, you're going to make this one shorter, the stem, okay? By releasing that, you're going to make the part longer, okay? So to put this one in a place, you have to keep this screwdriver tight, like that. Don't move it. Now you're going to put this one right here, the chain tensioner. You have to make sure you have the gasket right here. If not, your motor is going to lose oil from here, okay? Now if you don't have a gasket, you can place some right here, gasket maker. This one is great too, to put it around here. But make sure before you put this gasket maker, make sure it's nice and clean, okay? You want to clean as much as you can. Now right after you place this one, you can put this one the tensioner inside. Now, keep this screwdriver turning right, clockwise. Do not release that yet. Now you want to put the 2 bolts that you have right here. They're 8mm with a socket. One at a time, or both, right here. Right after you place the 2 bolts, you can release the screwdriver turning left, okay? Now, right after you place that one, usually I like to put the little touch right here of the red gasket maker right here, on this place right here, okay? Just to make sure that this part right here is not going to leak. Because if this one with the pressure is going to leak, it's going to come out and go around here and maybe go all the oil on the electrical part, and that would be not nice for the motor. Right after, you can put this large screw back, put it by hand at the beginning, because you want to feel if this screw is going in the right way, okay? After you put this one by hand a little bit, you're going to find the screwdriver and you're going to screw this one in, okay? But do not over tight the screw. Very important. Make sure you do right here. Tight it, but do not tight it too much, because later, if you want to unscrew this screw, it might give you a hard time, okay? Because this one is a very soft metal screw, and sometimes will give you a problem, and you cannot get the screw out. That's the problem, okay? So, make sure you pay attention. They should have put a bolt, but look like they put a screw with a Phillips screw, and that is not a good quality. Now, right after you're done that, you make sure if you put some gasket maker, or if you have the gasket, make sure it's nice and flat to the body of the motor, the gasket or the gasket maker, okay? So after that, you should be good. But make sure you always release the tension after you put these 2 bolts, okay? You don't want to put too much tension inside the chain bar that is inside right here, okay? If you put too much tension, you will give too much tension to the chain, and the chain maybe going to have some problems. Okay, I just finished to show you the location and the purpose of this little time tensioner on your scooter. At this time, I'd like to thank you very much for watching my video. Please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and thank you.